Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to the bird zone. I don't know what to call this. But yeah, we are going to spend some time doing some chatting again, just like last stream. Like the first half of the stream. Roughly an hour or so until I run out of stuff to talk about. And then we'll play some more Kitsune tales. Yes, hello you two. And anyone else out there who might be watching. We've got, we tried to implement a new channel point redeem. I don't know if it works because we were unable to test it, but there is supposed to be a celebration thing that's supposed to create like a full screen effect if you redeem it. It may very well not work at all. Okay, that answers that question. It doesn't work at all. Wonderful. So here's the weird thing about this. If I go to the place where it's set up and test it, it works just fine. That's the weird thing. If I go to manage action, I can do a preview. And when I hit preview, it does this. It shows on OBS. So clearly it can connect to OBS. But if you actually do the redeem that it's set up to, nah. Screw you, it doesn't actually work. I have no idea why. If I pick the exact same name as I have it set up as the Twitch reward, it says it's case sensitive, which is fine because I think the custom trigger reward. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm a little bad to viewer rewards. Or I do some troubleshooting, I guess. Like, I'm just gonna copy and paste. I'm not even gonna type it in. I'm gonna copy and paste exactly what is in the Twitch dashboard here. Which is what was already in there. And it doesn't do anything. It's so weird. Like, I can probably try to just regain it myself. To waste anybody's channel points. But like, yeah, it just doesn't work. And that's been the case with all of these like systems that are supposed to like trigger stuff in OBS. They never work. Like the first one I found, well, I didn't find it. He actually technically found it for us, but that one wouldn't even connect to OBS. It just kept erroring and saying that it couldn't connect. So I found another one that actually does connect to OBS. But it doesn't actually trigger anything when you try to redeem. And they say it doesn't connect to Twitch, I guess. So it's connected to OBS just fine. But it won't connect to Twitch, seems to be the problem. I have no idea why, because we're logged in with our Twitch account. That should be the easy part. And it's like, nah. I don't care what Twitch is doing. I'm not acknowledging you at all. It's like, really, guys? Like, is there some step I'm missing here? I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, settings have like no actual settings, so that doesn't help. Ugh. It must not be able to see the redeems. Yeah, like I don't think it's actually connected to Twitch at all. Even though we're logged into our Twitch, through the, like we use that to like sign up for the account and everything should be set up. But it's just like, nah. It doesn't care what's going on with Twitch. It just is blind to it. And this was the one that was recommended by somebody else. They said, oh yeah, this does this, everything you need, really great. Apparently not. Not exactly, Caesar. It's more like programs that third-party programs aren't working, are playing nice with Twitch, and aren't basically ignoring Twitch. So like I put a redeem in there that doesn't work because the program just doesn't like to. Well, that works because that's not part of Twitch. That's part of VTube. Well, the integrated throw system obviously connects to Twitch just fine because those redeems work. Well, that's not part of Twitch. That's manual. Somebody has to do that. Either me or one of our moderators has to do that. So that has nothing to do with Twitch or anything. That's not automatic redeem. But since you asked for it, I will have to do it. So, time to go into timeout. But yeah, that's not something that needs any kind of third-party stuff. I guess I'll spend this time, since we're just chatting anyway, looking through the internet to see if there's any other thing that does this kind of stuff. Reward speed error, what is this? This is a plugin for OBS, but what does it do? Let your viewers redeem videos or sounds. That's not what we want, though. I mean, I guess it could be a workaround if we had the effect that has a video. Then we could just make OBS play that video, but I don't have that right now. That's not the current setup. So that won't work for what we're trying to do right now. But it's something to keep in mind, I guess. Like, we could make a confetti video and even have, like, a sound effect that plays. Like a party streamer blowing or something. Reuse source. I'll read the instructions for this. Did it create the Twitch reward too? Interesting. Something I'll have to look into later, because we can't set that up now, obviously. I was kind of hoping that we could do something that would just trigger the scene we already have, like the other one did, or supposed to do. There's a Reddit thread about how to control OBS with channel points. Nope, that's the one that doesn't work, isn't it? Yeah, this is the first one that Kiyuki found that does not work. Like, if I put this setting that OBS tells us to put in, it just stays in a connecting loop and never connects. And then they say to put a different IP address in there if you're having problems. So I tried that one too, and that immediately errors and says, no, it failed. Connection error. It doesn't really give me any specifics, just says connection error. So that doesn't work either. So like no set of information actually works for some reason. It just will not even try to connect. And I don't know if that part works with Twitch or not. Well, actually, it probably does, because then it pulls up, it shows all of our Twitch rewards, so that probably listens to Twitch just fine. But it doesn't listen to OBS at all. So, yeah. So yeah, that does not work at all. So it feels like no solution actually works. But other people do this just fine. I don't know why or how. Look, people are saying it works for them. Don't know why it doesn't work for us. Of course, this is from like 5 years ago, so maybe it's outdated and doesn't work anymore. Like, it might be one of those things that used to work, but doesn't work now. I didn't intend for this to be a troubleshooting stream. Then I free. No. Everybody's talking about better points, but better points doesn't work. I wish I had friends with streamers who did this. Like, we've watched other streamers that do it, but we don't really know them enough to, like, ask for details. So it feels kind of like, I don't know, it feels weird, like, asking somebody, like, oh, who the heck are you? Why am I gonna, like, help you troubleshoot your stuff? I don't even know you. Like, we need to get, like, more friendly with people who do this fancy stuff. To kind of figure out how to actually do it. Touch portal? What is that? Would be nice if people were just helpful overall. Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you're actually popular, you don't really have enough time to help every single person who may ask you a question. And probably, like, don't pay attention to the little people who, like, you don't even know and don't interact with you. Because it's kind of a stigma. If you just go up to people around me, like, wanting things from them and, like, never interacted with them before, they're like, well, what's going on? It's off-putting. It's not very socially acceptable behavior. Like, you ask for help from your friends, but you don't ask a complete stranger a bunch of questions and, you know, out of nowhere when you've never, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, like, it's not good etiquette. What is touch portal? See, the problem is, like, all the posts about this kind of thing are from like 4 to 5 years ago. They're all old, so I don't know if any of these methods still work. Because they're talking about, like, old versions of OBS that required you to download a separate plugin in order to even do connections, which that's no longer a thing. Like, for a long time now, Twitch just has that integrated, like, or OBS has that built in. You don't have to download a plugin for OBS just to do, like, the connections to it. It just automatically works, as long as you enable it anyway. There's another like little caveat. I don't know if that's a factor. As in like these ones that are like downloading new stuff. Like at least the first two are just websites that, okay, as long as you set up on the website, it just works. If it did work anyway. But, what is this? Oh, no, okay, this is not something I want. Like, I guess it's a roundabout way to do it, but what I think, if it's doing what I think it's doing, yeah, this is gonna be kind of awkward and confusing, so that's not gonna work either. Well, I guess I'll have to just disable the reward now so people don't redeem it by accident. Since it doesn't work. Because of course nothing interesting when a do works. That's so bizarre though, like one website connects to Twitch but not OBS, and the other website connects to OBS but not Twitch. Why can't we have both of them play nice? No, of course not. Oh well. That was about 20 minutes, probably 15 minutes actually wasted on going nowhere. Alright, so what do we talk about? I actually saw a post earlier today that was like linking to some scientific article, and like the headline was basically saying that autistic people care too much based on a new study that was conducted. Which is kind of the polar opposite of what the opinion, I guess, or well, I guess what like science believed before, which is interesting. But here's the thing I don't like about these like scientific researches that they do on autistic people is it's usually by people who don't really have any real understanding of what autism is. And like they're not the people that will like they're not like psychologists and therapists or anyone that actually talks to people with these conditions and kind of gets to know them on a personal level. They're kind of like number crunchers. So they don't really understand any of this, and they kind of just run these blind scientific tests and come to conclusions that kind of miss the point a lot, I feel. And, like, we're all different. We're all individuals, and it doesn't work this like it. Even with psychologists, they've only recently gotten to a point where they understand that, oh, it's a spectrum. It's not just it's not like most things that you get diagnosed with where it's like, oh, you've got this set of symptoms. This is specifically defines what this condition is. That's not like a thing with autism. There's like a whole spectrum. They finally figured that out recently. But I think a lot of these researchers are way behind. It's such a huge... Yes, it is a huge spectrum. Also, hello there. Welcome. But, yeah, like the psychologist that diagnosed us kind of put it very well where he kind of had a saying where he said, if you meet one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. Doesn't really mean anything. And a lot of people will apply, like, one thing, they say, oh, you know, this autistic person has these traits, so this must mean all autistic people are that way. And no, that's not how it works. But no one seems to get that. You know, like, wow, who would think that? We all have different personalities and different traits. Wow. So you have like this old, archaic, I don't know how old it is, but what we heard drilled into us over and over again from supposed scientific studies is that autistic people lacked empathy, is what they kind of would say all the time. Because they have like this mirror neuron doesn't function correctly in autistic people, so they can't be empathetic, you know, or maybe they don't really care about things too much, like all these like things about that. That's a stigma, and that was kind of pushed in the scientific world very heavily, you know. And now you see this new study where it says the exact opposite. They've done 180 on it and says, oh no, they're hyper empathetic. They care too much about things. They have too much empathy. And like, the problem is that both of those studies could have potentially been valid, because if the first one just takes like some random group of autistic people, and from that study they don't really see any kind of real expression of empathy, which, by the way, there's two causes for that potentially. Like, maybe some of the people really didn't have empathy. That's possible. Not everybody has that capacity. But another thing is that some of them may just not have expressed it properly or in a way that these scientists recognized. Because one thing that is common among people with autism is communication issues, and effectively communicating what they think or feel, or, conveying it in a way that is consistent with the social norms and how people typically expect things to be conveyed and pick up on things. So there could have been a lot of people in the study that did have empathy, but they were not expressing it in a way these scientists recognize as showing empathy, if that makes any sense. So that's why their study might have gotten that result. And then this new study has a completely different group of people who just happen to express a lot of empathy, more than what's normal. And that's why their study found their conclusion. But guess what? Neither one of those can be universally applied to all autistic people. Because there's going to be people all over the spectrum in all different areas and all different, on any topic. Like, there's almost nothing that you can apply universally to all autistic people. Just say, they're all this way. Because we're not. We're not a monolith. And it annoys me when I see these articles try say, yeah, this is what autistic people are like, and they just don't get it. No, it's not. You can't make that blanket statement like that. People struggle with complexities of life and always try to oversimplify it to make it comprehensible to them. Yeah, that's true, unfortunately. But it just does such a disservice, because you're labeling a group of people, and whatever you're saying may not necessarily apply to all of them, and it affects your behavior and how you interact with them, because they try to box everybody into one category and say, oh, well, if so-and-so is this, then that means that. And then you completely misread them, and yeah, it messes everything up. Please get to know people as individuals for their own unique traits and personalities, and don't assume anything. Just experience them as who they are, get to know them, and find out what's true and what's false. Pop psychology can be so careless, yeah. Yeah, but people do that for their own sake, not for anyone else's. Yeah, well, people are dumb. They should not do that. That's not fair to other people. Stop being so selfish and living for your own sake, and try to cooperate with your fellow human being. I mean, yes, I get it. Man, you Landros are so weird with your simplification and selfishness. No, but I'm just being silly. But no, yeah, it's just so dumb how people can just say, oh yeah, this applies to everybody of this category. Because the only things there's all commonalities, okay? So and even then it may not be universal. But I can say that a very key thing in autism is having issues with communication and issues with social cues and just understanding social situations. That's very common. But that can manifest in so many different ways. You can have one person who is extremely introverted and just does not really try to socialize because their past experiences with trying to socialize has gone so poorly that they've kind of regressed into this shell. And that person can be autistic in that way. But then you can have somebody who is very outgoing and extroverted, and they will just keep powering through, completely oblivious to the fact that things go wrong in their social situations. They just go full force out there and say whatever because they don't have a filter, and they don't really process the idea that people view them as odd or don't care. And that's still another type of autistic person that's just completely different. They function very differently in society, but they still both probably are viewed by neurotypicals as being strange, but for completely different reasons. One's very loud and one's very quiet. But you can have that, discrepancy there because, again, everyone's different. Everyone responds to things differently and has different situations going on, and that's kind of something you have to kind of get to know and figure out. It's like with anything. You used to think of as being disconnected from the so-called collective unconsciousness, except nowadays I wonder if that's just not a thing anymore, if it ever really was, talking about autism. It's easy to think that there is some kind of collective unconscious, but it's probably a myth. It's probably just a misnomer because I guess when you are an autistic person, if you're just a neurodivergent in any kind of capacity person, surrounded by a bunch of neurotypicals who behave completely differently and expect you to behave a certain way and just seem to all understand things that you don't get because they're on the same wavelength, more or less, it's easy to feel like they kind of have this weird hive mind that you're not part of. That's probably not true. That's most likely not true. But it's very easy to feel that way when everyone around you thinks completely differently than you do. But if you can find people who are maybe closer to the way you think and more like-minded, you might start to understand that, okay, yeah, it's just another people being different thing. And I'm sure if you really delve deeper into the neurotypical people, they're not all 100% thinking the same. It's not really that way. And they have disagreements too, but there are, I guess, I don't know exactly how they get their social stuff and the way it works. I can't really attest to that. I don't know anything about that. So that's a mystery still. But I don't subscribe to the whole they're just hive-minded because that's ridiculous, I think. But I can understand how it might feel that way. Isn't that just common sense? No, Beyond. Actually, I don't think that's quite right. Because there are a lot of neurotypical people who don't feel like they have common sense. I think I have more common sense than they do. So I don't know if common sense is really a factor. Because they do some really, really stupid things that seem like they have zero sense. Well, I was also commenting on what Kiki said about the collective unconsciousness and whatnot. At least I thought we were talking about the same thing, but maybe not. Elbio said common sense isn't really common anymore, and I wonder now if common sense is ever a thing. I feel like common sense is an invented an invented concept that people made up to maybe... So, the thing about common sense is, if something feels obvious to you, and then you see somebody do something well, why would they do that? That seems obvious that you should do it this way and not that way. You might chalk it up to common sense, and that they don't have that. So, it's basically just it's your personal opinion, really. Isn't there? Because it's not that common, I don't think. It's not like a universally agreed, oh yeah, this is the right way to do something. But, so it's very subjective, I guess is kind of the point. There's no objective common sense. Common sense is a very objective concept of what you think should be obvious to people. And everyone thinks differently, once again, like I established. So what might be obvious to you might not be obvious to me, and so forth and whatnot. It's knowledge people expect you to know without explicitly being taught. See, that's the thing though, Beyond. Well, one person thinks you should be expected to know without being explicitly taught is going to be different than what the next person thinks that should be. They don't all agree. And what I think should be just known without being explicitly taught is going to be completely different. That's kind of the problem about the whole common sense concept, is like, it's very subjective. Everybody has their own opinion of what should be common sense. I hate it when people expect me to know things that nobody told me. I'm not psychic. Yeah, too many people are like that. Me try not to be like that. I think sometimes we might fall into a habit just because it's so, it's such a normal thing that people do. And we get used to, like, people treating us that way, that we just expect that, oh yeah, I guess this is the way of the world and we're just weirds, but maybe we should, like, expect people to know these things too. But we try not to. But I'm sure sometimes we've made that mistake too and fallen into that pattern of just, because things like when you're autistic, you tend to copy what other people are doing. Because you want to, like, fit in socially, so you start masking and just like, oh, this is what other people do in this situation, I need to do this thing. And you kind of start doing that and being less of yourself. So we definitely fall into that. Let's see. One thing I could think of off the top of my mind is the unspoken etiquette of not standing next to a person using a urinal unless there's no other option. I can't really comment on that one, but if you say so. Is there really like a urinal etiquette? That's interesting. Like I've seen this like joke, like meme image of like a men's bathroom, and then you see like Akuma from Street Fighter just doing like his Shungoku Satsu and just like sliding up next to a person right next to like their urinal. That's not how it works. I assume the issue there is most people are uncomfortable with that and are off-put when someone else isn't. Yeah, but there's plenty of people who are comfortable with some things and not comfortable with other things, and it's, you know, everybody's different what their comfort zone is. Yeah, it's weird, it's a learned behavior, but people don't see it that way. It expects people to know such social cues. I mean, some people do not understand personal space. They'll just get like right up in somebody's face and clingy and touchy and don't like understand like privacy, respecting that, and they just don't process it. They don't think that way. Whereas other people are like, don't want to ever be touched by anybody and kind of shy away from that. So like, again, everybody's just different. Then they are not connected to the hive mind. So here's my question. If you're not supposed to be next to the other person in the bathroom, why do they put them so close together? Why don't they space them out more? Wouldn't even call it social cue or anything like that. It's just, hey, I got myself exposed here and don't know why you're so comfortable being near me in this context. Yeah, why not have walls? Yeah, walls, maybe. Because necessity. Ways with designed. I wonder if they're like designed that way in like all other countries. Because I saw, this doesn't relate to urinals, of course, but I saw a picture of, I think it was Germany, with some European country, but it might have been Germany or somewhere like that, but like they just the regular bathroom stalls. Because like, I don't know, like, if any of you, most of you are probably American, but some of you are not. But in America, our bathroom stalls have like these really stupid like half walls that like completely show the bottom of what's on, like you can, like it's not even, doesn't go to the ground and it doesn't go up, like so basically you can see over it and you can see under it. It's like this really stupid design that doesn't really like cover up anything for the doors. And they've got like gaps between the doors. Yeah. Well, I saw a picture of a bathroom. I'm pretty sure it was in Germany. It's not like that in Germany. Or whatever country this was. They're not like that there. The walls go completely to the floor. The door or whatever. And the wall is too. Like everything's like completely boxed in properly. Isn't it meant to know the cubicle's occupied? Well, aren't they supposed to have locks on them? I'm pretty sure the lock is what tells you it's occupied, because you try to open the door and, it doesn't open, then clearly there's somebody in there. Just have working locks. Because again, like those European ones don't need to have open space to know you're occupied. I'm sure they have other way. In fact, there's some bathroom doors and restrooms that when you turn the lock, it automatically flips a sign onto the door that says occupied. So even tells you. Because the turning of the lock will actually show, or I flip the switch from occupied to free or whatever, back and forth from vacant to occupied, I guess. So there's actually a little sign that shows up. So they could do that too. Ventilation purposes. Well, it doesn't go to the ceiling anyway, so the ventilation could be above. You can still have your door go to the floor and have ventilation. So you guys, about the YouTube Awards. Oh yeah, they're doing nominations for that now, I think. Not that they really know anybody to nominate, so we haven't bothered about that too much. I think it's being hosted by, I want to say, Fillion and Shy Lily, I think, are hosting the awards. And they're taking nominations for a bunch of different categories, but I'm I can't think of people. I don't know anybody. I know really small, tiny people like myself. I don't know anybody. Oh, yeah, change that. Darn. We don't want that message up there. How dare you tell people about your blue sky when you're not your day-to-day here. Where's my dashboard? Yeah, they have one every year. That was up on other people's street. Well, that's fine because it's me. I'm more important. Dedra could hear that. I mean, I don't mind if she hears that. She knows I'm more important. Who cares about a tree's opinion anyway? No one's ever asked a tree what a tree thinks. The one really bounced around a lot and spun around on the bottom of the stream. Just extra abuse. Remember what happened when Shui came on the Dedra stream? Yeah? We better not come on my stream. I'll eat that slime. Just throw it across the room. What if Dedra comes into Circe's stream? She wouldn't dare. She's too scared to do that. Should we just bounce all over the room and end up flying back in your face? Oh no. I'll have to put it in a box and ship it somewhere. Ship it to the jungle. I was just about to say that actually. Ship it to the jungle, let the gorillas deal with it. That sounds like the best plan. Not my problem anymore. Or to Madagascar. Kind of. Caesar lied. He was definitely singing a song. You were such a filthy liar. You said you wouldn't sing the song and you sang it. What scum! How dare you! I don't know, I don't have much to work with here. What's funny is that the VOD doesn't show the redeem for that. Yeah, it doesn't show any redeems in the VODs. Because it won't show the chat. So it just feels like out of context that I'm just like yelling at somebody out of nothing. Well, it says a chat, I guess, but it doesn't show like the redeems in the chat window. It just shows the text. But now you have to play the real Bloodborne. And not the jank PlayStation demake. Get. You'd have to get like, I guess the PlayStation 4 version of the game? It's not on PC as far as I know. Oh, not the PlayStation 1 Marvel vs. Capcom. Oof. Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to emulate PS4, I don't think. Like, I assume with your computer, it would even be a struggle to emulate some PS3 games. So, PS4 has gotta be out of the question. The bet to Switch. Yes, fortunately, Sony did not have good ports of any of those Versus games by Capcom. Like, the Sega systems ran them really well. Like, the Saturn and the Dreamcast did a really good job on those games. But the PlayStation versions were kinda not quite the same. Until you get to PlayStation 2. Like, the PlayStation 2 port of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is perfectly fine. But the PlayStation 1 versions are... nah. Sega definitely beat them. Like, even the Saturn outclassed the PS1. You didn't like the PlayStation 2 of NBC2? What was wrong with that? It seemed fine to us. Oh, you do like it? Okay. Like, I couldn't really tell much of a difference between that and the Dreamcast version. They kind of seem the same. For the most part. Maybe there's some, like, we're not hardcore Marvel vs. Capcom players, so maybe some intricate detail that's missing. But, like, at least it has the proper 3v3 fighting and everything that you're supposed to have. The graphics are hideous. Oh, I never care about graphics. Graphics are nothing. Like, I'm curious about, like, how the game plays, not how it looks. It could be, like, 8-bit pixel graphics, and it still will be great if the game is fun. Like, we play a lot of retro stuff anyway, so it's not like we're getting the most intense graphics. Like, the game I'm going to be streaming tonight is purposely made in, like, a retro style, so it's not like, oh, here are, like, the best, amazing 3D ray tracing graphics or anything. It's just like, no, little basic sprites, but it gets the job done. Capcom was unable to retain the Marvel Comics license due to legal issues over copyright, placing the serial on indefinite hiatus. I mean, the last Marvel vs. Capcom game they made kind of tanked anyway, so I'm not too sure Capcom is concerned about the Marvel license these days. Because the last time I tried working with Marvel was just like, let's not let you use any of the most popular characters. Let's completely nerf the Marvel roster in the game. Okay, thanks. Nobody needs X-Men in their Marvel vs. Capcom game, of course not. Marvel is extremely draconian when it comes to managing their IP. Or at least they have been. I can't say now because, like, they're owned by Disney. So it might be just Disney calling the shots, honestly. So I have no idea. At least for, like, movie stuff. The comics I can't speak for. But also, you know, like, since Stan Lee is no longer alive, that kind of changes the dynamic of how, like, the comics are even managed, probably. Universal's planning on removing Marvel's Superhero Island? Huh. Is that because, like, Marvel's part of Disney? Huh. Is, like, Disney adding any Marvel stuff to their theme parks? Believe it or not, I've never been to any Disney theme park before, so I don't know anything about them. You think everybody's been to Disney before? Nah, not really. Not necessarily. But Disney California. I mean, that is like the Disney. Just Guardians. You've not been to Disneyland before? I mean, what's the closest Disneyland to where you live, though? That might be a bit of a problem anyway. I actually live in California, so theoretically it shouldn't be that hard. I just never bothered. Never gone to any huge... Neither have we. We've been to like little like carnival places that are local, but we've never been to a proper amusement park ever. We've never been to Disney. We've never been to Universal. We've never been to Six Flags. We've never been to even like Knott's Berry Farm. None of that stuff. Never. Yeah, little carnival. But you know what? The little carnival places are pretty fine. Used to go to Disneyland on an almost yearly basis when you were a kid, but moved away and haven't been there in a long time. Well, that's gonna be expensive to go there on a yearly basis, because like Disneyland is like the most expensive theme park, I would imagine. Universal Studios Marvel Superhero Island is based on the comic book and not the movies. Have you guys ever went to the Museum of Ice Cream? I have never even heard of the Museum of Ice Cream until you said that you like had a job there. So I have no idea where that is. Oh, it wasn't on... Well, yeah, you were a kid. Of course it wasn't on your dime. I'm just saying. You've had no dimes. Or pennies. See, that's where you were doing things wrong. They should have been part of an Asian family so you could get the red envelopes. Then you'd have money. There was one in LA as a pop-up. Yeah, see, I'm nowhere near LA. No, Asian families do that. I know, it was a joke. Playing on stereotypes. Let's look up these Museum of Ice Cream places. They had slides? Mini golf? It's like a whole, like, theme park. Cotton candy, that's not ice cream. They're in Austin, Texas, Boston, Massachusetts, Chicago, Illinois, Miami, Florida, New York City, and Singapore, apparently. So yeah, none of that's anywhere near where I live, so probably not likely to ever visit one, because they're like nowhere near me. Miami is the one where you are? Okay. Crazy they randomly have one in Singapore, of all places. You've got a bunch of US locations, just like, friendly Singapore. Hey, Beyond, you should go to the one in Singapore. I'm just joking, that's stupid. Like, you could easily get to Singapore. After thinking, he'll swim there. When that caught me off guard. Okay, let me try to go back to reading what Caesar said. After thinking, I chose the ZG system for a league of their own. This VTuber is always doing creative and new, setting us apart. I guess the fact that there's like 4 of us in this plural situation is technically unique, but also like there's no way we're gonna actually get through the nominations because nobody's ever heard of us except for like the people watching right now, the 3 people or whatever it is. So pretty much guaranteed to not be on the final ballot. 5? There are not 5 people. Yeah, but they're not gonna pay any more attention to anyone less than... Actually, that may not be 100% true, because there is a category for people who are small streamers and don't have a lot of viewers. Like, I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like a hidden gems type deal. So it's like one category to nominate somebody that's got like, yeah, hidden gem, that's it. For like really small streams, that's less than 100 viewers. Like, there's a specific category for that. But again, we're not going to make that either because even then, you probably have to be like less than 100, but more than like 10. If you have like maybe 50 viewers, then you could probably end up being popular enough that the hidden gems will like find you. We do kind of want to nominate somebody for hidden gems that we're following, but I have to kind of look at what the viewer count is to find out who like the best one is for that. Cause I don't even know who our favorite VTuber is now on Twitch. We don't have to be on Twitch, it can be any platform, but that's all we watch. Left one is Twitch. Cause like I know who we would have nominated if this is like years ago. But that person's no longer applicable. Cause she joined a corpo now, and that's like a completely different person. But yeah, I'm not gonna say too much details about that. But I'm trying to think of who the new like top person is. I'll have to think about that. Also, we're about to enter an ad break, so I'm going to take a little bit of time during the break. And then when I come back, we're going to play the game. Because this kind of marks the hour in the stream, which means I've done enough squawking for now. So I will see you all on the other side of the ad break. stretch my wings a little bit there. For those of you who are wondering, the reason why we're getting to a habit now of moving ourselves off screen when we walk off screen is because we hate how the model just ends up landing in some kind of random pose and tends to look like we've fallen asleep or something. So we just kind of hide ourselves so you can't see whatever the camera is detecting. But yeah, it's a very good idea to use your ab breaks as an excuse to, you know, get up, walk around, stretch. If you're sitting in a chair all day long, you kind of need to do that so you don't develop like blood clots or stuff. Or other like bad health things. So it's always good to get up every once in a while and just move around. That's why you have a BRB screen. Yeah, I just haven't bothered to... I might actually have one, but not on this layout. I don't remember. Because we usually don't have it on the just chat screen because we're usually not chatting for that long. This is a new thing that we just started doing. But some of us have BRB screens on the gamer layout. Or a gaming layout, I should say, not gamer. That implies that we're gamers. I'm definitely not a gamer. But we are going to play a game. Where's the game? There's too much crap in the library. I should just hide stuff that's not mine, but I don't. Because some of the stuff I play isn't mine. I only own a few games. The rest of them are just kind of shared games. Alright, let's actually do the stream category this time. That'd be cool. This game has so little popularity. It only has 52 followers. Nobody knows it exists. That's okay. I am clearly not going to be the streamer that spreads awareness for Kitsune tales. And brings it to greatness and brings its awareness to the forefront. That is not me. Okay, I do have a BRB screen. I just don't have it on this chat layout. So I technically should have switched to this layout just to do the BRB screen, but I forgot that I had one. Plus, you know what? Me flying off screen is fine. It's made better that way. I think I updated the category. Yeah, showing. Alright, we're good. Alright. Let's see what the idiot fox is up to now. Oh yeah, I gotta do the ship boss battle. Which is a little rough because... well, I know the general idea of what I need to do. Once you hit him once, it's hard to like dodge his next attack because it comes so fast. Like, I can just like be cheesy and use one of these items. Like, what happens if you use the invincible item during a boss fight? Then I have to wonder. That sounds insane. If I die enough times, I might try it. I missed it, darn. Where should you look somewhere else? I just start over. It's hard to swim in between these stupid water geysers. What? Why'd you kick it? Okay, got it. Okay. Is that it? Is that all you gotta do? stop taking it. Ugh. I fell too far down and Kitsune of death. Ooh. Like, I understand what I'm supposed to do, but the swimming mechanic is so obnoxious that it makes it more difficult than it should be. I'm trying to swim down low enough that I don't get hit by the jets of water, but then I just fall off screen and die. Especially since I had to press, like, you have to kind of hold the controller in an unnatural way to do this, I think. But I can't describe how I had to do this. But I had to, like, arc my hand in an unnatural way to get to work. Because the hold button is square, and the jump button is cross. I can't really do those two things at the same time. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. It's a pretty easy battle, honestly.
Hey, Mom.
It's just wrestling with the controls to make it work, but the concept is very easy. You just grab the ball, let it go, run to the other side, and then rinse and repeat. Like, you have no reason to ever take damage, unless you happen to swim into one of the water thingies, I guess, or don't know what you're doing. But that was like the easiest boss fight so far. I just, struggled with the controls to make it work.
Hello, sweetie. Have you gotten your water attunement yet?
Yeah, I did.
You must be feeling great then.
Kind of. But I'm still really worried about Akko because she's trapped in the elemental prison.
She'll be fine. Are you excited about what happens after you rescue her?
After I rescue her?
Should I do your kiss?
Uh-huh. Rescuing her from captivity is very romantic after all. It's when your father and I had our first kiss.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Oh, yes! By the time you save Akko, she'll no doubt be head over heels for you.
I mean, I think she already is, but okay.
I need to go. Love you, Mom.
Love you too, sweetie. Have fun!
Alright, next world. The ice worlds. Which probably means that most of the levels will be very slippery. And the game's already slippier by default. Like, basically, the physics by default feels like they're ice level physics. So I can't imagine how bad it's going to be when you have an actual ice level. One sec, I need to get a tissue. Popsicle? Oh, I can oh, is this the fire flower? No, not quite. It actually turns into platforms. Does that mean I can't run, though? Nah. It was a little complicated because of the fact that I kind of couldn't run. Oops, I forgot to turn the difficulty on to baby mode. Yep, I see what I'm supposed to do. This is actually kind of complicated. Hey, it's not, but it is at the same time. I don't think I need anything. Do I need to have them here? I'm concerned about how this works. Can I jump in one of them? Oh, I jumped on both of them by accident. Crap. This power is actually detrimental, because you can't platform with it. Like, you have to create platforms in order to... Yeah, I'm not taking that. It actually makes platforming worse. Even though it's nice to have a projectile if you shoot, the problem with this projectile is that it doesn't even... Oops. It doesn't even, like, kill enemies. It just temporarily makes them to a platform like your... I don't know. Zenith from Valkyrie Profile. It is the gap that you really need that power for, I think. Maybe. Not really. I think it was the previous one. I don't know how else was to prevent that. Yeah, how do I get up there, though? You coming down here, monkey? Jump off to... Thank you. Thank you for suiciding. Whoops. I meant to jump again, but it didn't let me. But you weren't there last time. The umbrella kind of messed up my momentum. Well, that's not gonna help. Am I supposed to bounce off of him onto the next platform? Or is that just like a red herring? Nope, that's exactly what I'm supposed to do. Again, I pressed the jump button, it didn't jump. Okay. That one overjumped somehow. Don't know what's in that box and I don't care. Don't do that to me. I might be stuck on this screen for a while. Sure, we'll take that. I half wonder what's in that box, but it's like it's too much of a risk to go open it. And it doesn't help that he... No, can't... Okay. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I was right there! Okay, it's actually a short segment. I just have to figure out how to make that last jump. Whether or not you mount an enemy seems kind of random. Like, I did it like twice in a row, I think, and then it stopped working. Is that gonna be good? Yeah, it's... You know, everything can be solved by running. But I kind of want to do that when they're difficult jumps. Oh, stupid monkey! How did that not jump on top of him? Monkeys are never up to any good. Never up to any good. This is a short screen too. I'm like surprised that this is like such a simple level. Even if I'm struggling with it, like in concept it's very easy. I have to stop stopping. Like I don't know if I'm gonna hit him or not. So like it changes how you have to approach the after the jump. Because if you bounce off of him, it's a completely different jump than if you don't. I was gonna assume that I'm not going to hit him and hope for the best. They have not been hitting him. Don't jump at the same time as me. Okay, time to see what's on here, I guess. Okay, it's just that. So it's a good thing I never went for it before. Because it was... Don't do that! Oh. Should have positioned myself. If sweep the monkey, jump off. That's the best thing I can do. Where's the umbrella? Isn't an umbrella supposed to come after me? Oops, did not mean to do that. You know what, we're just... Not just to keep just going. And hope for the best. Okay, I don't know what happened to my jump there. It's just a cluster of enemies at the end there. And now the umbrella's going this way for some reason. Okay, we'll let him float off there. That's one less enemy to deal with. Oh, come on! I should have landed on him. We ain't doing that. Fortunately, the umbrella is not coming this way this time. Hey, umbrella chases you, and that's the problem. I don't know what to do at that point where I'm being pelted by projectiles and something's chasing me, so I can't take my time. Not quite what I wanted, but no, that works. Ew. Again, because I was rushed by the umbrella, I couldn't make that jump. I need to take my time to get a running start. Okay. Don't know why that failed. Oh. That time I actually hit him, somehow, and that kind of completely threw off my momentum. Because it pushed me forward more than I was expecting to be. I don't know how to get through that section. The time that bounced me into a pit. And the ice got me. You can't stop. Once you jump, you might as well just keep going forward. But sometimes you hit things that don't make that work. Stop it. Stop being so inconsistent, game. Worse. I get to that last segment so few times that I can't really learn how to do that part of it. I'm too busy dying on my way there. That once I finally get towards the end, I kind of just screw up by default. Okay, good. Come this way. Jump off. There's too many monkeys. Like, I don't understand how to do that segment. I should just use my items at that point. I haven't used any of them yet. So hard to stop in this character. Oh! Crap. No! Okay, that didn't work either. The stupid dash from the invincibility just dashing off a cliff. So I just wasted an item there. This is why I don't use items. He'll just die trying. That's exactly why I never used any of my items before. Because I knew something like that was going to happen. Where it's just like, well, you wasted an item and got nothing out of it. Sucks to be you, loser. But I really don't like the item system for this game. Because basically, like, you can use any of the powers if you collect an item for it, but, like, when do you ever use it? I don't know. Like, there doesn't seem to be, like, a logical choice behind it. Like, if they give me the level up, the power up in the level, it's meant to be done. Like any consumable in any game. No, not really. Because platformers don't usually have consumables. And as we're talking like Castlevania, Metroidvania stuff has like maybe healing potions. Here's one thing, like if it was a heal, really? Mario's consumables? Wow, that's weird. Your ones? Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm not familiar with that, so I don't know. I don't understand the logic behind them. Like I understand the logic behind if I have health, and I'm gonna use a healing item. I understand that idea. But I don't understand the idea of, like, a consumable power. Because you use it, and then you die, it's like, well, that was pointless. Like, what am I doing with this stuff? Like, I don't understand the logic. It doesn't make sense in my brain. So that's why I don't use this shit. Because it doesn't work. It's supposed to be tools for when you want certain things that otherwise aren't provided. Also, what's recycle? I have no idea what recycle is. I don't understand this game. BBK. Yeah, but the problem with that is... I mean, I can explore it and then maybe do something wrong I don't want to. I can't undo that. It's a commitment. Just like using the item is a commitment. As far as, like, tools for when I want certain things, I don't know what I want at any point in time. None of these are good. Other than, like, the invincibility, I thought, oh, well, maybe that'd be useful to just get through that annoying area, but then I died using the invincibility power. So, what was the point? It didn't get me to the end. It just wasted the item. So, and like, most of the rest of these, like, yeah, I don't see, like, they're not really good. Like, this isn't like Mario where it's like, there's a universally, like, good thing. Like, if this was Mario, I could just say, oh, let me put on the fire flower so I can just shoot fireballs at everybody and make it very easy for myself to get to the end. That would be viable. That's not an option in this game. There's no fire flower or any equivalent to that. All these are kind of like, they have downsides to them over just not having a power at all. Isn't the universally good option? I mean, no, but, like, being able to shoot projectiles at your enemies is pretty darn good. In most cases. So it sounds like a very handy thing to have, which I don't get that here. I get, a drill? Not probably worth it many cases. I get the boot, which, again, isn't really necessarily worth it very much. And I get the spear thing, which wouldn't really be beneficial in this one. Yeah, they're very, like, specific, and usually, the circumstance that you need the power, it would give it to you anyway because it's intended to use for the level. So there's not a lot of cases of, oh, this circumstance is perfect for this power, but we didn't give it to you. Like, that doesn't usually happen. Like, the only thing that would happen is if you just screwed up and got hit when you weren't supposed to. Okay, see, now how am I can I make this jump or no? This is my problem. I don't know if I can make this jump. Now that I'm here. Okay, I can. It didn't really require good timing, actually. It was pretty lenient. It looked more difficult than it was. Return the difficulty back down again because I forgot to do that. So I don't want to do it for bosses. The bosses feel like too cheap if you can just keep respawning right in the middle of the boss fight. Like that feels like it doesn't feel good to play that way. And it's not like you restart from very far where you die to a boss. It's just to begin the boss fight. There's not a level to go through. So I want to switch back and forth. Like I want my boss fights to be challenge, well, the normal difficulty. If I want the stage, it'd be the easy one because while I was able to clear that stage by continuously retrying because the screen's really short, that's not going to continue through the whole world. So there are going to be stages that are like so long that it's just going to frustrate me. Like this one right here might actually be one of those. Because the vertical stages usually aren't very fun. Up we got the popsicle again. This is gonna be interesting. Wait, did I just screw myself over by doing that? Okay, now I can make that jump. Oh. Interesting. You gotta be strategic with the height you freeze these things at. Okay, well, it didn't really mean anything. Some things aren't necessary to freeze. But I'm gonna assume that this is not. Okay, I need this one then. I actually like this. This is a creative use of this power. It makes it more interesting. That's not gonna work. It's kind of like a puzzle almost. Oh no. Okay, this is where it gets kind of rough. They had to refreeze him again. Don't know why I did that. Okay, this will enter. Anali? The heck? Is this a troll? I don't want to break that. I thought I could jump on like the big armadillo and maybe like kick him into it, but he just died in one hit. he didn't roll up into a ball like they usually do. So I'm not sure what the game expects of me. But I guess I can't do whatever this is. What the hell? Well, that didn't work the way I thought it was going to. That's gonna be... Oh, this is... No. This is not gonna work. I'm gonna accidentally kill the enemies I need to use as a platform. And you guys don't stay frozen for that long. It'd be really fast. But then there's also the slippery mechanics that come into play. Ooh. Right, let me... It's supposed to do that. I don't know if I have the skill to do this challenge. Because this is like really tricky platforming. I'm guessing that door actually is just to reset the enemies, maybe? Because they know you're gonna screw up. Nope. Yeah, this is too much for me. Like, I'm already sensing this. I don't think I can handle this. This is overwhelming. Like, I appreciate that the mechanic was very interesting. Nothing's in the door. But yeah, I appreciate this mechanic was very interesting. But it's way too complicated for me. I can't handle it. So I think we're not gonna be able to complete the game. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to call it flying mode. What flying mode? Oh, you mean dying? Yeah, I've been... Let me get up higher first. I don't know the answer to the question. Can I get back up to here, at least? I'm gonna get as high as I can before trying to utilize a tactic like that. Oh no. That's right, I can't get any higher. Can I? Yeah, I think it's the door is for is just to reset. I don't think it has another purpose. Hit me. Alright, let's see how much of this we can cheese. Where's the checkpoint? We got playing that. ice climbers game anymore. We're gonna do real platforming. Like I said, as much as I appreciate the mechanic, it's just not for me. Come on, I could jump on this guy. There we go. We're not gonna do the rest of the game with the ice block mechanic. That's the low, I should say. Cause I can get through all these things with regular platforming, I think. I just can't do it with the ice form. Because again, it's one of those powers that kind of holds you back. I don't know. Yeah, see? When you just jump normally, this is a lot easier than having to do stupid ice blocks. What? I jumped on him. I game wide. You were a lying game. Oop! Again, I jumped on him. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Why so slippery? The funny part is I don't feel like the ice mechanics are any different than the normal mechanics. Like most games, especially platformers, on like icy levels, they will make the blocks more slippery. This slippery as I'm feeling right now is exactly the same slippery as I feel on every other surface in this game. It's like they just use the ice mechanics for the game in general, which is really weird. So now it feels like acceptable, I guess. It feels normal, because like that's what you come expect with a level like this. But it's so bizarre when you put it in context of like, no, this is the game how it's always been. So it kind of throws you off in a sense. We're gonna get to the door. To be fair, your struggle is in line with Pokemon logic. Fine type is weak to ice type. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that this ice level isn't actually any worse than any of the other levels in the game. But it doesn't really apply to that logic. Then, I got through this gap one time, and I don't know how to get through it again. How did I do it? Like, I got up there before, but I have no idea how I get it. Cause you just hit the ceiling of... Ah. Okay, there we go. Jeez, that is not easy. This has a bit more breathing room because the ceiling isn't as low. Of course. This is why I did the, Oh, okay. Sure. This is why I did this, mode for... Oh, it was over anyway. But I did this mode for this one because I knew that, it was gonna get trickier. Don't know how that happened. Those guys feel more like charging chucks, actually. Like, they aggro and then, like, charge at you. Do they get stunned when you hit them on the head? Oh! I thought that was just the background. I'm glitched. So this mechanic of respawning has soft locked me. Okay, I somehow broke out of it? I guess. How does this work? Oop, I'm gonna do that. Oh gosh. This level sucks. Whose bright idea was this? What am I supposed to do? What do the switches even do? I can't tell what the switches are doing. Change the direction? Oh. I don't know if I want to hit him or not. Oops. Isn't it change the direction? It seems to maybe change. It alters the speed. I don't know what it does. If you don't, is it possible to move forward? We're going in the same direction after I hit the switch. So I don't know if that's true. They only go the way you need it because you hit the switch? No! I look like it to me. Like they didn't change. It was going one direction, I hit the switch, and it paused for a second and then kept going in the same direction. This is so glitchy. But I couldn't imagine playing this legitimately because it's so hard. Probably I could enter the door behind the wall. Sure, we'll take that. The short stage, probably because it was so bad. Oh yeah, fight Fox Bros. I forgot they shoot at you. Oh, another ghost level. Wait, what? Invisible. I don't know where the platform is. Oh, gosh. This is gonna be rough. Screw it, we fly. Or can I fly? Walls. Eek, that was close. The part above is a key? Oh, does that tell you what the platforms are supposed to be like? Ah. Okay, I thought I could make that, but I apparently could not. Oh gosh, this is difficult. Wait, how am I supposed to make that jump? Okay, never mind. Oh, now we have to do it to the side? Fair enough. Can I? It's really hard to wrap my mind around that concept of, like, platforming based off of a different screen. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm actually getting it when I'm getting it. Oh, shoot. I forgot they don't die. Of course. Yeah, but if I can't see it, it just doesn't exist. I've never seen this before personally. It's definitely different, but it's very difficult for me personally to process this mentally. Because if I can't see, I don't know what I'm doing. Even if there's like a guide, it's basically like the same reason why we can't draw on a tablet for art. Because basically, like, even if we're looking at you look like a computer screen, like, oh yeah, what you draw will be on that screen, but the actual physical thing we're touching does not have any of that. So we can't really relate to where everything lines up. So it doesn't correlate in our brain because we can't see it, as opposed to if you make something on paper, then you can actually see where everything connects. You should play it. I'd watch it. Nymeth, you're not the platform. Okay. My part is not overshooting that one, because I can't see it. Stupid slippery fox. Look, I landed on the top of the 3, and she slid all the way down off of all 3 of them. How do I deal with that? I don't know which one I'm on right now. I'm guessing like I'm on like the edge, maybe between 3 and 4 here. Just based on what's above, it looks like it's exactly identical. Okay. This is gonna be tricky because, oh no, how am I gonna do this actually? I don't know how to do this part. Because I try to jump onto the platform that you see there with the lantern there. I'm gonna hit my head on the ceiling right here and fall. So how do I make sure that I get in between those? It says that platform that I'm trying to go onto is higher than the wall above, or the ceiling above me. So that kind of doesn't work. I'm actually stumped here. Do you have any suggestions? Like, how does this... I'm not playing enough platformers to know how the logic on this works. You need to jump up and left, and mid-air turn back to the right. Oh, I'm not supposed to jump on the lantern? I'm supposed to jump on the one straight that I'm hitting my head on right now? I'd, like, jump onto that from where I am? Doesn't sound good. Cause I don't know if it... Maybe you can make that. I don't think so, because it's higher than the ceiling that I'm hitting my head on. To be very hard. The worst part of this is that I can't see exactly where I am to position myself. Like, this is a jump that if I was on the right screen here, that actually shows you everything, I would still probably not be able to make this jump. But when I'm doing it blind, that's like a whole nother layer of difficulty on top of it. See, if you angle the jump just right, even with the platform above, I don't know if your jump height is enough. Oh, it is! Like if there's no platform above here, I could easily make this jump. That jump's baby jump. But I know that I'm gonna hit my head on the ceiling. That's just about the angle to jump. Yeah, but how do I angle my jump when I don't know where I am? That's the problem. I have no clue when I'm at the edge, because you have to be right at the edge of the last block here. And I have no way of seeing that. Like, I would applaud anyone who could make this jump first try. Like, you have to be miraculously skilled to just make this jump in one try. At least because you're in the dark. Like, I do believe that there are people who could make, if they saw the platforms, they could make it in one try because of that skill at these types of games. I can believe that. I don't believe anybody can make this first try in the dark. You certainly would not make it first try. Could you make it not dark first try? If you could see where you were. Maybe. I know there are people who can. Like those people who are Mario experts can probably do it. But I don't even think they would be able to do this one try blind because it feels like it's luck based. Well, away we go. There's my head again. I knew that was coming. Wow, this is very difficult. I'm not getting high enough somehow. Which I don't know why. There are people who can do it blind, but those are few and far. You think there are people who can do it blind once, on the first try? Just perfectly math that out? I don't believe it. Okay, I'll try to jump back, but it didn't work. You should watch Actual Kaizo. I have. But Actual Kaizo, I don't think, has blind jumps like that. Damn, I can't do this. For some reason, I can't jump high enough. Actual Kaizo is harder than this by 1,000,000 times. I mean, yes, but for different reasons. It's a different skill set to do the Kaizo stuff than to measure your jump without being able to see where a character is in relation to the level, I think. I can't make that jump. I guess I did have to do it the way you said. Yeah, I think it did require turning around. I just didn't think that was the practical way, but after hitting the edge of the block several times in a row, I saw I was not making that jump the way I was trying to do it. So do I just normal jump? Yeah. Can I? Maybe she doesn't have enough height. So I'm wondering if I could jump up to the higher one? Or do I have to do the turnaround again? And this unless she had more jump. You're gonna have to land on the lantern platform and do it roundabout again. I don't wanna... Well, since I'm gonna obviously fail that if I try it the first time. Even though it's a little easier because I can see it. I wanna try to jump to the higher one. Cause why not? Okay, yeah, it didn't work. I thought if I was running, I might have been able to... Because when you run jump, you're supposed to go higher. Or maybe it's just further. Maybe you can go higher. So this one I think is just about timing. And making sure you don't hit the skellies. The skelly. But I don't really care. I welcome the skeleton. I don't welcome that, though. Or that. Where am I now? Shit. No, not this part. I hate this part. This part was really hard. This is no lie, my least favorite part of the stage. You think this part would be, but no. I more hate the ones where it's just one block you have to land on at a time, and you don't have like any breathing room because of the slipperiness of this game. Come on. I mean, how long this goes on for? We're fine. Ironic that I would have gotten that there anyway. Okay. This is rough, 'cause I don't know if I'm on the first block or the second block. No! Okay, this is some real Kaizo bullshit. A moving platform. Oh wait, I'm on the top one already. I guess not. It's not Kaizo because you can see where it is. If the moving platform was completely like blind, you couldn't see where the moving platform was even by like a guide, then maybe that's Kaizo. Kaizo, a whole different beast. Just weird, because didn't Mew Mew say this was like a Kaizo Mario? Or somebody described it as Kaizo Mario. So I just ran with the assumption that that was correct. It's harder, but I could play it. I couldn't play Kaizo. Have you ever tried? At least this one's in the corner here, right? How come that lantern isn't on? That would have helped. This is gonna be annoying. Don't see what's above yet. Can I just kinda do this? There we go. That's the easy part. Okay, now we just need to run, jump across, right? That's a logical way to make sure that we get our thing. Yeah, that's not so bad. This one's a little tougher because there is a potential ceiling we might hit if we do this wrong. Yeah, this is really timing based. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, we're doing more ceilings. I don't like that. This is where I could do a normal jump. I need to get in the right spot for it. Okay, I hit my head, but it's okay. Look for the gap. No! I thought it stuck out at some point where I would be fine doing that. My logic was that if I, like, jump straight and didn't hit my head, that means I'm the one block over, but it didn't seem to work that way. It does, with the character slippery. The other slide was safer because less of a fall. Did it stick? I thought it only stuck out on the left side, but I had to look again, I guess. That might have been my miscalculation. I guess the problem is that it's not tiled properly. Like, it's not like your traditional tile where they're like lined up. It's like half a block on one side and half a block on the other side. So there's no way to do what I was just trying to do, regardless on what side. Yeah, like what you just said, it's half a block. So there's no way it would work. Because the trick I was trying to do requires it to be a full block of space. So I kind of have to just YOLO it. Unfortunately. So you're saying do the other side because it's less of a fall. A level having them on one block? That's not fun. That is that twice in a row with no issue? Who is this playing right now? What did they do with Circe? Oh. Where am I? Good. Yeah, that time it works. Ta-da! Now, what other nightmares does this game want to throw at me? Oh, we got ice now with the ghost. Huh? Oh, now one of these again. Well, I don't mind cheesing this because I've already fought him twice now. Yeah, it was a little weird. We have infinite of these stupid helmet things I never use. I guess every ghost level just gives you one for some reason. So I want it. Let's recycle a helmet. That might be a good idea. Okay, I have no idea what that did. Oh, you can destroy them, I guess. Yeah, recycle is just delete with 2 steps for some reason. So that's not very useful. I was hoping you could sell them. Yeah, that's true. Could use it for that. Am I gonna be able to finish this world in time? I don't think I can. No, I'm definitely not. Giving me an underwater level on the ice stage. Come on, guys. Yeah. Is it 2 exclamation points? That's unusual. What's in door number 1? Popsicle. What's in door number 2? The good power-up. I think we'll stand still. Because of course the stupid water thing doesn't stand still. I still have to aim this right. I wish this power-up was one you could use from your items. This is one that actually, I mean, it's situational still, but it's one that's always good if you're underwater, so it'd be like one that I would use that item. This is an item I would actually use, unlike pretty much all the rest of them. Oh, that's not the right way. There's another box there for some reason. I'm gonna ignore that, because there's no way it's gonna be good. You never give up this shark suit when you've got the shark. Darn it. Well, now I don't have the shark suit. So now I'm screwed. Because I can't outmaneuver these guys. Nope. Yeah. Unfortunately, without the suit, you're too slow, so the fish are going to get you no matter what. With top speed? I'm not sure about that. Pants are getting on my nerves. Like, I felt like there's times... Oh, gosh. Auto-scroller. Oh, I didn't realize that's how that was gonna work. It's worse than auto-scroller. It's auto-scroller, you can't go too fast or too slow. Oh, gosh. Well then. I don't care what that is. Need to catch up. I kinda can though. Because if he goes so fast and there's no path, then you just land into a pit and die. So I did die from going too fast. This will be your stage. I was saying something before that obnoxious level with the walls. But I don't remember what it was now. I think it was about the swimming. I feel like there's times where I was mashing the button and I was like at full speed and they still caught up to me and like would kill me. Stop. The fact that it wore off kind of distracted me. Well, it didn't even wear off. Like, the music stops before it wears off, which is really weird. Is this stage just meant for you to stay invincible the whole way? Oh, that failed. I've already failed this stage. A star run stage. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know how to use the dash. Like, it kills me to use it. But I didn't know how else to, like, get past this shit. This stage sucks. Just what you all know. How are you supposed to get that box? It's in the middle of the water, which is a pit. Thing in water, actually, it's a death pit. This is no fun. Yep. I can't even fall on top of the platform. No, stop. I just want to get on the platform so I can try to pretend that I'm being legit here. Not that it matters because there's too many spikes. Okay, boss time.
Yuzu, you just missed your lovely friend. I gave her the key just a little while ago.
Really wish you didn't do that.
Kiri? She wasn't rude to you?
Oh, no. I quite enjoyed meeting her. I just wish that she hadn't been in such a hurry.
Huh. The other guardians said she was rude.
Oh, they did, but to my eyes, she was quite lovely.
Again, guess you're just a weirdo.
Right. So I guess we need to battle before you can help me get my attunement?
We do, yes. Are you ready?
You bet.
I didn't expect that. What the? Are you kidding me? Okay. I see. You are a platformer, boss. Can I... Oh gosh. This is not gonna be fun. Yeah. 'Cause I feel like in some cases it's not gonna be possible. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do one hit on her. Exactly. Those things are not viable for me. Actually. Your identities are viable for me. I don't know if I can do this, boss. I need to get a chance to control the character yet. Nope, can't hit her. This is testing a skill that I do not possess. And have I mentioned before that this is a very, very slippery game? Is that the trick? Oh no. Of course, you have to take a hit to do that, so it doesn't really work. I should like really... Nope. That's not gonna work. Yeah, just cause I had it spawn under me. But I need to do that 3 times. And I don't see that happening. I might have to cheat for this one. Alright. I'm not fast enough. I can't platform at this speed. Nope. Yeah, I don't think this is happening. And in that first one, you can't hit her. You think the first one that's guaranteed to do the same would be viable, but it's not. Screw it, we're cheating. Well, that's good for you. I can't. And the problem, the most annoying part about this is like 90% of the time, there's no viable path to hit her. So like, I can't do anything with that formation. Or that. Well, maybe that one would have worked, but I was in the right spot for it. Because I don't know what the right spot's gonna be. I've seen very few that could work. Like that one's one it does. Because I'll have like a really short one next to a really tall one, and that doesn't work. It's something ironic if I actually clear this without dying after I decide to cheat. That was not gonna work. Is it? Oh no, it does. My goodness, I didn't even take a hit that time. What the hell? I turned on the cheat mode, and it did wasn't necessary. I just had no miss clear somehow.
Hey, kiddo! How's your quest going?
Is it just me, or does the dad kind of look like he's high in his portrait?
It's going all right, but Mom said something about it.
Oh dear. Did she tell you how fun danger is again?
No, I mean, yes, she did, but it was something else that worried me. She said that rescuing Akko would be a big romantic gesture.
Oh, it will be. When your mom rescued me all those years ago, I was certainly impressed by how, well, you know.
It doesn't look like that, though, because... Well, I feel like it's just shading around the eyes that kind of... hurts in some weird way. Like, I get maybe that's what they were trying to go for, but, like, because of the low detail and the shading, it just kind of makes them look like... It looks different to me. I'll just say that.
Ugh, Dad, too much information. Also, I'm not sure I want to be romantic with her. Or anybody, really.
What do you mean you want to be romantic? This is supposed to be lesbian Mario. You gotta be romantic with someone.
That seems like something you need to figure out before you finish your quest. Don't you think, kiddo?
Maybe.
I feel like the red eyes is a little too stereotypical. Cross the Rainbow Bridge next time. Save and exit. So yeah, we got through a bit more of Kitsune Tales, Another World. And hopefully next week I'll do the next world. 2 worlds left. I doubt that's the case, Kiyuki. Because this is just to get to the whatever world she's in, Prism World, I forget what it's called. Like, the girl that we're trying to save is trapped somewhere. And we have all the elemental attunements to be able to rescue her, so I feel like there's gonna be like some final level afterwards. So after we go the elements, we have to like go and actually do the rescue part. So that's gonna be its own other world, I would assume. At least one world. Alright, let's see who is on. They filter the following, so it's easier to find. I was hoping there'd be a bird on so I could pass you to another bird. I'm not seeing any fellow birds, unfortunately. That is the only problem with like a shared account, is that like other people have different streamers that they're following for their raids. And it's like, I don't know any of these people. They're not the people I follow. So it feels weird to raid them. They don't have a lot of universal, yeah, we were all like fans of this person. I guess we just go ahead and raid Dizzle. Got no other ideas. So yeah, go watch Diz. And come back Thursday for Lilum stream. That's all from me.